Hi, Internet. We are now live, and what did I say? Is this the fourth session? Technically, it's the third play session, fourth session overall, I think. First session was when we did character generation. So, as always, I'm not going to do a lot of detail. By now, if you're watching these, you know what I'm doing. If you don't, then you'll eventually read it on the Contessa website. I'm way behind, though, right now. Way behind.
That's okay.
Crazy. So, where we left off, and housekeeping. Does anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Besides where we left off, which we're going to get to in a second.
Do we have to like feed the snail?
Well, not at the moment, probably, though. He'll need to eat. I mean, he's a living being.
Right, I'm saying, should we be collecting stuff in our packs to feed him?
I don't know, should you?
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Don't they just eat the
You guys saw him eating crystal.
in the caves?
So is that the only thing he can eat, though? I mean, like...
You don't know.
Okay.
You have to probably experiment some to see what he might eat and what he might not eat.
Or we could ask the person with snail husbandry.
What's that you say? You need me to wrangle a snail? What's up?
So what does Whitey eat? Aside, well, like, I mean, aside from crystals.
Leaves and crystals and weird and plants and all kind of vegetable matter.
So are we stocked up on all kinds of vegetable matter to feed him? Because we wouldn't want him like dying in the middle of a escape on snailback.
And we ride off on snailback. Well, I presume that the cave where we are had food for him because
he lived there.
So he apparently can live on crystals and what's around in the cave.
I'm just, I only ask because I just don't want a dead snail to contend with.
And Whitey thanks you. He really does. It's nice that you're looking out for his best interests, his or her best interests. I haven't sexed the snail yet.
Their best.
Wait, what? Snail sex? I was doing my job. I just looked up and snail sex. What are you guys talking about?
Never you mind, little lady.
Alrighty then. I'll go back to just looking at Xavier's ass.
Okay. Oh, am I supposed to put my guy somewhere and do something? I was talking to the repairman.
Is everything all repaired?
No, he said get a hairdryer, and then I don't even want to talk about it. And I paid $100 for that advice.
Oh.
Oh wow. Let's start screencasting me and share our map. Ooh, wow. Okay. Am I running to the limits of my MacBook?
Where's that thing where I make the icon small? Settings.
All right. And now I am a map. All right. When last we left our trusty little adventurers, they had to just... Does anybody else want to give this particular speech?
No.
I missed the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else want to tell what happened last time?
I actually took notes.
Ooh, there you go.
Because I'm, anal like that. So the first thing we did was we found some orange crystal, and a couple of us made a weird cube, I think. And also some turquoise crystal. We found some ooze that was eating away at the crystal, and it started to talk to us. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Who that was?
Yeah.
We also found a graveyard that had an altar with made out of like a skull or something, and some cave drawings. We got the map. It was imprinted on Xavier's body.
Yes.
Right?
On his ass.
on his buttocks. And so we went to the area that we're at now, and we found this skeleton of a lizard that had moss in between its bones, and then we found the other large alive lizard, and the ooze actually animated the skeleton that fought, and the skeleton won. Charmaine and Echo had fallen asleep. Xavier and Harley had stayed awake, and all the pets were awake. What had made us all fall asleep? I can't remember.
There were, on the back of the lizards, there were, the living one, there was a lot of crystals sticking out of it and some sort of fungi that was spreading spores.
Okay.
And I think Rex is asleep because I'm carrying him.
Oh, that's right. Rex did fall
Yeah.
asleep.
A couple of the animals didn't make it.
Because I was complaining that I needed to make a Rex sling to hold him on my back because he was getting weak.
That's exactly it.
So did everybody run away after this fight, or are we still right?
That's exactly where we left off, is immediately after the fight.
Are we awake yet, or?
Yeah, so what did I say? So some of you were asleep. I think the maximum you guys were asleep was 20 minutes. So whatever you want to do in that period of time, the slime is exhausted and not being sympathetic at the moment.
Stupid slime. Well, me and Ribbons are curled together, sleeping, and I'm sure we are the most adorable thing you guys have ever seen. But we will not be doing anything as we are asleep.
Currently, Xavier is poking Rex to see why the lazy damn thing won't wake up. Nobody ever said Xavier was the brightest boy on the planet.
Peabody is licking me in the face, and I'm slowly coming to.
And Leslie never actually fell asleep because he wasn't here to fall asleep.
So let me think for a minute here.
I can't remember my.
Were we going to try and get out, or were we going to try to explore the rest of the dungeon or the cave? You know what I wanted.
Was there a specific thing that we were supposed to find while we were in here, or was it just like, there's cool stuff in there and you should check it out?
There's cool stuff. We should check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm doing while the rest of them are sleeping? I'm gonna wander over and put down my little extract machine, and I think I roll a d6 for that.
Where are you putting it?
I'm gonna wander right back over there to where all of the crystal and the blue stuff was.
Back up in the other cave? Okay, yeah, you can do that.
And I think I roll a 1d6 for that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I shall roll. Oh, hey!
What'd you get?
6. It is emblazoned there upon my screen. Ooh. So yay, I get 6. That's a new. That's a record.
Okay, what else do you guys want to do? Are you staying in the cave and continuing to explore?
I think we should keep exploring.
Yeah.
Me too. But I don't go to jail. Alright, so we're
I
gonna
laugh in the face of danger. Ha! Like that.
imagine a little bit of time passes, allowing you guys to recover from the whole incident with the lizard. And
Bad
you
lizard.
can regroup and decide where you want to go next, especially now that you have the map.
Did we ever establish that this giant green slime doesn't want to kill us?
No, we never did. We never established anything about it except that it was creepy.
Yeah, and then when it saw the lizard, it went after it.
It seems like if we go south, there's a lot of bony things.
Yeah, there's according to Xavier's butt, there's some stuff over there with a giant number 7 on it. That looks like it might be something that I'd like to look at.
All right, let's go look at that.
Okay, let's go look at it.
That's like the best phrase ever, according to Xavier's butt.
I love watching your little icons moving.
Come with us, Whitey.
All right. So the smaller corridors that you were in, that were surrounding you in that area, open up a little bit more. And you see the caverns before you are much, much taller than the other direction that you had actually been in. There's much more room overhead. And if you guys look up, there's a faint glow that is emitting over this entire area. You can see all the way from where you're standing. And by the way, I changed the scale from 5 feet square to 10 feet square because I didn't think it was scaled quite right. So, just as an FYI. Yeah, that's about better. And so you can see all the way over to the other side of the lake because everything is glowing. And if you look way up top in the ceiling of the cave, where all of there are the pointy things sticking out, stalactites, stalag things. And there are also hundreds, perhaps thousands of mushrooms, very large mushrooms that are planted on the roof with their, what do you call them, their heads spread out, and it's almost like they have feelers spread out from their heads, and that's where the light is actually coming from. They're like giant mushroom chandeliers. And right before you, where you're standing here, there are 3 very large statues in the shape of the Earth Mother. Each one is holding before it a large bowl. And in actually I have to look at a different screen to know which one's which. There we go. In the northernmost statue in the bowl, there is some crystal clear water. In the middle statue bowl, there are some pure white feathers. And in the southernmost statue bowl, there's some sort of flaming liquid. Say the bowls themselves are probably about 6-7 feet above your head. They're very, very large. So, you know, good, probably a few gallons of water in the water one. Lots of feathers, lots of fire. And on the base of each of those Gaia figure statues, there's a marking. I'm going to push this button and see what happens. Oh, look at that.
So if we want to try to make out the marking, do we have to move closer, like go right up to it?
Yeah.
I'll go right up to the one with the clear water.
The one with the water, you say?
Yeah, is that this one up here?
Yeah. Yeah. So, there, you should be able to see the handout with the markings.
So what do the markings look like?
Can you see in Roll20 the handout?
No. Do I have to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Marks below statues.
I wonder where it puts it. And it's also in your journals now. So you can look at it at your leisure.
In the meantime, Xavier's going to hide to see if the statues do anything drastic to the people looking at it.
Xavier's gonna what?
Hide while he waits to see if anything awful happens to the people standing there.
If I walk around the base of the statue, are there any more markings? If I go all the way around?
No. There are no more markings. There is, however,
Hello, monster.
behind where Leslie was standing, a very, very large golem-like statue.
Ah!
It's a statue.
That's good.
See, this is why Xavier hides.
That's clever. All right.
And there's another one a little further down the corridor.
And they don't look friendly.
They're not doing anything. They're completely dormant.
They're just standing there. Okay.
Dormant. Not stone, not still. Dormant. Nice choice of words.
I'm gonna back away from the monster.
It's important to note that there's no footprints around you. It doesn't look like this area has been disturbed besides the regular fauna and flora for probably millennia.
Oh,
Yet,
wow.
Wow.
there's fresh feathers, fresh water, and that fire is burning. And not to mention the altar that you guys saw when the pile of bones also was flaming without never-ending candles, basically.
Is Whitey the snail acting weird in any way?
No.
So I say to Peabody, what do you make of it, Peabody? And he says, I think maybe it's some kind of puzzle.
It's definitely a puzzle. But I also suspect that if we try to mess with the things in the bowls, that thing might come to life.
I think they will. I think we'll wake up the golems.
Yeah.
So, would it be possible to roll to see if Rex sniffs or senses anything out of the ordinary since he is a truffle cat?
Yeah, go ahead.
He rolls a 2d6 plus, let's see, what is his ability? Another d6, so 3d6, right?
Yes, I think so.
Also, he's clever, so I'm going to add a +1 to that.
Okay.
So that's 6 plus 4, that's 10 plus 2. Do I have... Oh, it's not exploding my dice. What am I supposed to do to make that happen?
I think it's under settings.
Yeah. Do I need to roll again, or...
I just roll one more d6. That's what you got, one.
Okay, so I'll just add one more. Okay, and then plus another one. So that's 11, 12, 13. That's 14 total.
Okay.
So
I want to try something.
Rex doesn't. Well, I mean, what exactly are you having him look for? Anything out of the ordinary? This whole cavern basically is out of the ordinary.
anything that we might not notice because we don't have cat senses.
Okay. Well, he goes. See where Leslie's standing currently, and there's a big rock that's kind of mostly blocking some kind of entryway where there's some glowing kind of coming out of it a little bit. And Rex kind of wanders over there and kind of paws at the base of the rock that's in the way.
And I'm saying, what is it, Lassie? Did somebody fall down the cave? He does not deign to reply.
Yeah.
He gives you that cat look.
I'm just amazed that we started watching Lassie. So I want to try something.
Uh-huh.
If this is a temple to the Earth Mother, then I think I should give a tribute.
Okay.
So
What do you want to
I'm actually going to break off one of my horns.
do? Okay.
Probably I can just do it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So you're going to do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna break off one of my horns, and it's gonna be hard because it's pretty attached, and that that's going to take out some skin and some blood and some other stuff. Hey, he's a cool one. And I'm not exactly sure where to put it.
Harley, you're creeping me out.
Well, my first one was going to be because I'm like a chemist or an alchemist or something like that. If I could tell what the flaming liquid is, like, is it just gasoline or
It's an oil of some sort.
some kind of oil? Okay.
Wasn't there like the same stuff on the altar that we saw over there with the skull?
Those were actually candles.
Candles.
Okay. I thought there was oil mentioned at one point.
Remember?
Maybe
And
there was.
And so maybe it's something that flies around that like puts all these all this stuff out.
Either that or it's magic.
Yeah.
I prefer the flying something.
So, I'll let other people go first here.
I'm gonna throw the horn. I'm gonna try to go above my head and touch the horn to each of the bowls, and then throw it into the feather bowl.
Okay.
Just because,
I'm gonna duck.
I'm gonna stay back here with Echo out of the fray.
Yeah, that's why Xavier's hiding.
Yep.
nothing happens.
No, that's not true.
Oh, awesome! That's what I want to have happen.
As you touching the bowls themselves doesn't actually cause anything to happen, but when you toss it into with the feather one at the end, the statue that actually is containing that bowl starts to move and kind of make that statuey sound.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like grinding.
Yeah, like two bricks
sandstone.
running together. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. And his eyes start to open, and they're kind of glowing purpley.
Ah!
Holy shit. So
I kneel. I do a very courtly looking, presentation.
So the statue begins to speak slowly and in a very deep voice. We have been lonely for many, many millennia. Who comes here?
Oh shoot! I should answer.
Somebody should.
I'm waiting for you. You made the horn offering.
Everybody's hiding behind Harley.
Okay. No, I got it. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad my friends and I have not disturbed your slumber. We have come to explore. Is it permissible?
Yes, please. But the only thing I ask is you do not harm anything sacred.
And what are the sacred items so we will not try to harm them? Oh, great one.
She reaches up one big hand slowly, lumberously, with the sound of the stone, and she scratches her head. Just more sound of stone. Tilts it to the side curiously as she thinks. And then she puts her hand back down and holds the bowl and says, I think you know.
Okay.
Thank you, oh gracious one.
asking about the golems.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What's that over there?
It likes you asking about the golems.
I give you all a glare like, really?
Do it.
Oh, marvelous mother, Earth Mother Gaia. we are mere mortals, and we humbly ask you about the
Looking dude over there.
about the powerful-looking statues. Are they harmful to us?
Only if you harm the sacred.
Yeah, okay. That's their little army.
So I look back at you going, we're good. We didn't screw up just yet.
Not yet.
What's in here in this 8 area on the map?
Let's go look.
I want to know what this is about.
Mandy, where's your icon? Do you have one?
In there.
Oh, there you are, Leslie.
Yeah. I don't think we can get past this stone, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something to get past this stone.
Yeah.
Can we climb it?
I can make it explode.
It might be sacred.
So we'll check it for those marks that are on the bowls.
There are no marks on it. It looks like it probably fell from the ceiling or something along those lines. It doesn't. It looks like there's a man-made archway there that has somehow been blocked up by something that wasn't put there by man.
Okay.
Could we combine our weird craft to levitate the rock away?
Yeah, you could probably do that. Imagine like it's Jesus' boulder in front of this tomb.
What?
It's kind of like that. There you go.
What?
Roll it to the side.
I don't know about Jesus' boulder.
What? You always see
Away and you walk
when they
down.
depict Jesus coming back from the dead, there's a cave with a boulder in front of it that's been rolled to the side.
I guess I haven't noticed Jesus coming back from the dead that often, so. Okay, I got you. It's like just a boulder.
So can we then combine our weird craft? I can roll 2d6 plus my weird craft, which is d4, which plus a d6 minor matter plus a tenacious maybe.
What exactly are you trying to do to it? You have to have a specific plan in mind.
So using the weird craft to kind of levitate and lever, if you will, the stone out of the way.
We want it to go into the cavern area?
Just want it to move.
Okay.
So we get
It
by.
only has to move far enough for us to get by, right? We don't have to move it a long distance. Just
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I can put in 2d6 and a d8.
So let me put my roll up here. So
Well, you can put in your D8 is your weirdcraft die, right?
Yeah.
So you give your weirdcraft. If you're gonna pool and help, you give whatever skill die or mutation die that you're gonna be using into the pool of the person that you're helping. Otherwise, they'll be separate rolls.
Okay.
So Peabody has. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I will contribute a d6 into. Who was going to roll for that?
me.
Okay.
Okay, was anybody else contributing?
I think
Peabody
I
has
contributed d6 too.
Wait, Mandy and Ethel talked at exactly the same
Yeah.
time.
Sorry. Go ahead, Mandy.
Mandy first.
I'll just roll a d6 too.
So I'm adding another d6 to my count here.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, Charmaine is contributing?
Peabody has creative problem solving. Can we add a D6 for that, Stacy?
Okay.
Okay, so that's 6d6, 1d4, yeah, and then I'm going to add a 1 on top of that. So let's roll. So that
37d6 plus 1.
So 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Can I have the code back?
So I think that's that's a master success. So do
So
I
that's a
get
master success, which means that you, as a group, get to narrate your success, and you better include whatever Peabody's doing. Because it amuses me mostly.
I'm just being clever and kind of pointing in what direction to make it go.
That way, this way.
So Xavier is doing his little dance again, the same thing that he did when he was manipulating the weird into the cubes, and he's waving his hands and moving around, and a glow starts to form around the rock, and it's there, and it's hovering a little bit, and he's saying, "Which way do I go, George? Which way do I go?"
While Mandy is directing traffic, Peabody, because he always gets the right answer, but he gets it for the wrong reasons. He's like, I think if you stand on one foot, put your foot up, Xavier. You need to, just your right foot, and if you bend from the waist a little to your left, I think it'll go easier.
So Xavier stands on one foot and nearly falls on his ass. But as he falls on his ass, the rock moves with him, and so it rolls out of the way. Whee! And the path is open.
Well, move Xavier down there. So
Yes.
right now he's still hiding.
Well, he was doing it from a distance. So yeah. There we go. I think, have we moved the rock sufficiently?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Alright, so now that you can see inside the chamber a little bit better, there's weird vents coming out of the walls, and there's a whole lot of glowing mushrooms in here, very neatly arranged, as a matter of fact. Kind of like, well, you'll have to look a little bit closer to know that. And there are two mushroom men that are, so they're 10 feet wide, probably about maybe 10 feet tall. They're
So
white.
the green and the blue glowing things are mushrooms as well?
Yeah, those are mushrooms.
Okay.
So there's 4 mushroom men in there.
No, there's 2 mushroom men, and the rest of them are just inert mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Are
all the blue ones are gathered on one side, and all the green ones are gathered on another side, and there's yellow ones gathered where the yellowy kind of mushroom man is.
So they're both mushroom men, and there's not a mushroom woman?
They're sexless.
Hey.
mushrooms.
This is my territory here, people.
So they're really mushroom creatures.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm going to do the diplomatic thing and go over to one and say, hey.
Hey, Carly's doing everything.
Hey, mushroom creature.
She's scared.
Hey,
Stop your
it worked
collar.
with the statues.
I know it did. Well, it was mostly the breaking off part of your body.
Mhm.
Okay.
The mushroom man is very, very slowly coming to life, as one might if one was a mushroom coming to life. It looks down at Harley, but doesn't seem to have a voice yet.
I'm gonna go in and
Can I tell it a joke or something?
Sure. You have any good jokes?
I know a ton, but of course right now I can't think of any.
Oh,
That's how it goes.
I have one about the mushroom that couldn't get a date. He was really upset, and he didn't understand why, because after all, he told his mother he is a fun guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a really good joke.
No, I mostly know dirty ones.
So, I know a good joke. So, a baby seal walks into a club.
But
Oh my god.
see, the follow-up to that is 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff.
I always think of the Half Man, Half Biscuit song Seal Clubbing whenever anybody talks about clubbing baby seals.
Do any of you want to explore this room and
I
see if
do.
you find any other things?
Yeah, I was gonna look around the glowing mushrooms and
Okay.
see if anything weird happens.
Peabody and I are going to go in there too, see what's up.
I'll be over by this blue one.
I'll be over here by the yellow ones. I poked the mushroom guy, see if he's soft.
Yeah, he's kind of fibrous in the torso.
Soft like a mushroom.
Mushroom-like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mushrooms look tasty.
Those like holy
Love it
symbols, or those sacred symbols.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Are there any of those sacred symbols in this room?
Good question.
I can glow if we need more light.
No, there aren't any symbols in the room, but if you want to make a roll, you can search the room closer for other things.
Yeah. So can I roll weird sense or clever? Or do I add the clever to the weird sense roll?
Of weird sense, you'd be looking specifically for weird, and it's all over the place
So
here.
this is a standard roll.
More like a perception roll, or like if you had some sort of academics, or...
I have Jack of all trades, which is a D8.
I have the apothecary know-how, so that's a D8.
Okay.
I'll use that.
I will contribute a D8.
Okay. Oh.
Mushroom Man by Charmaine pats her on the head.
Peabody licks him.
What is Peabody again?
He's a Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just backslash 2d6, and then it should roll, right?
I think so. Where are you?
It's working now. Now it's saying unrecognized command.
You should be able to actually get the dice roller to come up. And then you just input the number of dice, I think.
If you use Dice Stream, that's the one I'm using. It shows it up on the screen.
I'm old-fashioned.
I could just use dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer dice, honestly.
Yeah, well, I'm special, and I have to sit there and count the sides of my dice. So.
Explode?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything explodes.
Rocks fall.
16.
Did you get your helper dice?
Yeah.
Okay, you find underneath some of the like layers of mossy fungus that are growing there in the neat little colored areas, you actually find what look like some old flint farming tools. Like really old.
Like prehistoric?
Like prehistoric, yeah.
I'm going to put those in my...
What you cut out?
Mandy.
Oh, I think I'm lagging. I said I put the tools in my pack.
Okay.
Are we sure that they aren't sacred?
I don't see anything that would indicate they're sacred.
The mushroom person that's near Harley begins to move its feet. It actually unroots itself and starts to harvest the mushrooms near it.
Wow.
I wonder if we're allowed to take mushrooms because they're probably full of weird, and if we eat them, fun stuff would happen.
So, since Rex is a truffle cat, can he sniff the mushrooms and tell us if they're edible for us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he will roll for that, which is 2d6 plus another d6, so that's 3d6 plus then clever for 1, so that's 10, 16, 17, that's 18.
He seems to think that they're just fine as he starts nomming down on one of the green ones.
Okay.
I noticed Peabody's eating a bunch of yellow mushrooms too.
I'm going to look at the mushroom man nearest me and kind of like point and gay, kind of look at him to ask if I can have one.
He shrugs.
Meh.
Okay, then I give one to Maxine first.
Maxine eats it happily.
Yeah,
Are
it
we-
gives me. Okay, so
are
I
we
try
sure-
one.
Are we sure that Rex isn't lying?
Can never be
Well, you'd
sure.
assume as such.
I mean, he is a cat.
Hang on one second. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm just gonna put a bunch of those mushrooms in my pack.
As
Good
you
idea.
do.
I'll take a couple just in case. 'Cause we might need to feed the snail.
And they're all different colors, so I'm gonna get like a couple of each color.
Are there any purple ones? Because Xavier glows purple and like he really likes purple.
We don't know if they're purple yet.
Yeah.
She said green and blue and yellowish. I don't remember purple being mentioned.
There's a purple mushroom man.
Yeah.
Is he? He's kind of purple.
I'm
There might be
thinking-
purple ones there.
I'm making friends with him, so don't stir up any trouble.
Yeah. Peabody and I are making friends with this yellow guy.
Okay, sorry about that.
Patted me on the head. How tall are these mushroom men?
Well, apparently tall enough to pat you on the head.
Yeah.
They're about 10 feet tall.
Stacy
Oh,
said
10
10
feet tall. They're big.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they seem to be going about farming.
They're farmers, yeah.
Did we determine, Stacy, if any of the mushrooms are purple?
Sure, there are some purple ones there.
Perfect. Xavier takes some purple mushrooms and puts them in his pack very carefully.
So I'm going to ask the mushroom man, because, I'm interested in farming. I'm very interested in farming, being a farmer and all. So what are you doing here? Looks like you've got a mushroom farm.
The mushroom gives you a look that can be loosely interpreted as you're very observant.
No shit, Sherlock. You mean that.
Duh.
I'm just trying to make small talk with the guy. Come on. Any special ingredient you put in the soil here to get these to grow? They look fabulous.
He points at the weird that's misting all over the floor and walls.
Ah.
So if I roll on my apothecary know-how, could I deduce how these mushrooms would affect us, and if they have different effects based on the color?
No, the weird is completely and utterly unpredictable.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm gonna start to help out the mushroom guy I'm nearest and start to harvest with him, and take up my knife and put him into his own pile.
Okay.
Being neighborly, so to speak.
He doesn't seem to mind.
No.
I'm going to ask the mushroom guy next to me, so what do you use all these mushrooms for?
He scratches his head and some spores fall off onto the ground. And then he picks up one of the smaller mushrooms, probably about the size of a chicken, and holds it out to you, then points at you.
So I take that mushroom from him.
It gives you the thumbs up.
You made it for me? You're growing these mushrooms for me and Peabody?
He widens his arms to encompass everybody in the room.
You made it for all of us.
Eat them will transform into mushroom people.
Xavier, meanwhile, prepares to run.
Such a scaredy cat. Well, I just start munching away on the big yellow mushroom that he gave me.
It's quite tasty.
Wow.
It's delicious. Yeah, I'm stupid. Crazy is what I am.
Xavier starts to do his little thing in place to get his muscles all warmed up with every little bite. I mean, I'm sorry, he's a coward. I can't help it.
It's like we need a coward in this group.
I'm watching what's going to happen to Charmaine very carefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a green one just to see if the effect is different, if anything affects us. And then I'm gonna pat the gray mushroom guy on the back and start to walk out.
Okay. As Charmaine continues to nibble on her mushroom, she suddenly has this urge to burp, and when she belches, these little glowy, fluttery, weird butterflies come out of her mouth. That has continued for 3 hours. So
how ladylike. I belch butterflies. I love it.
Who's the other person who's eating?
Me, Harley.
Okay. For the next hour, you only see an infrared.
Awesome.
What happened to Peabody? He was also chewing away on the mushrooms.
Ooh. Nothing happens.
Can I take a little bite of my purple mushroom and see what happens? Just a little bite.
Well, if you take a little bite, nothing happens.
Okay, I'm gonna go back in.
Little bites.
I'm gonna go back in and get like a lot because I can sell those SO sons of bitches.
Yeah.
That is awesome, and I want to fillet this guy. He's so awesome, but he doesn't have any. So
Sarah can make you one.
maybe I I rub the what's that right underneath the mushroom cap, I kind of stroke a little bit and dude.
It's a mushroom. It's a mushroom. It doesn't need a penis because it's already a penis. That's the thing.
It's 10 feet tall.
So I will take a bigger bite of the purple mushroom just to see what happens, because if it does something cool, I want more of this.
Most tables have some bad effects on them.
Okay, a storm cloud appears right above Xavier's head, and only Xavier's head, and a torrential downpour commences. That will continue for the next hour.
I think I did something to piss Stacy off today. I can't figure out what it was.
Hey, random tables are random.
Random tables are awesome.
Agreed.
But I think here the thing is that I'm still gonna take some of these back, because if I could trick somebody into eating that would make my day.
Leslie wants to go look at this bony fish thing over here.
Mhm.
I think that's a great idea, so I'm gonna go with you.
That's like an 18-foot long fish skeleton.
Wow. How old does it look? Are there still bits of flesh decaying on it, or is it totally dry bones?
It's totally dry. It's even almost melded into the stone.
Okay, so it's fossilizing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm.
I'm gonna keep going south.
While you're over there and looking at that, and you see something kind of glowy in the water.
Ooh. How far away from us?
It's in the middle of the water, so it's 20 feet away.
Okay.
20, 30-ish feet away, depending on how you look at it.
Considering that the last time we found a skeleton, an epic battle commenced, maybe I ought to do some truffle catting with the skeleton, just to make sure there's not something we're missing there.
You're gonna search it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a 2d6 with an extra d6, which that plus a 1 for clever, which is 6 plus 4 is 10, it's 18 of 19. So truffle cat away.
He doesn't find anything. He does like the fish bones, though, because it is fish.
It was worth a try.
He uses one to massages his gums, like cats do.
All right. So what's up with this thing down here, where I moved my guy near?
By the way, you can see the giant squid. It's bioluminescent under the very, very clear water, by the way.
That's what's swimming around out there. Okay.
just ridiculous. I mean, you can see fish every once in a while too. There is a, let's see, 10, 20, 35-foot long T-Rex, fossilized T-Rex.
Whoa.
With a weird vent coming right up through its mouth.
Wow.
And
That's kind of cool.
Oh, I'm going to look back at everybody, point the squid, and say, sacred.
Sacred
Wow.
squid?
It's alive, isn't it?
There's a
I can see that.
That is intriguing.
And as you watch it, one of those oozes, this time black, starts oozing out around the corner.
Oh, shit.
Ah,
Run away.
Did everyone run away and leave me?
I'm not running away yet.
Let's kill it.
It animates It animates bones. I think we should run away.
if Charmaine is running, okay, that's a key to be going somewhere.
Maybe. Is the squid moving?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we need to get this thing to fight the squid.
Right?
Yeah.
What should happen?
Why do we need to kill the squid?
Well, we just don't want it to kill us. When that giant 30 foot, whatever it is, 50-foot tall T-Rex reanimates, I don't want to be in its line of fire. Let's just put it that way.
I'm just saying that what if the squid is holy and this is interpreted as us interfering? I mean, the squid never did anything to us. Do we need to go into the water?
The ooze seems to be binding itself to the bones of the T-Rex, and in a much more sophisticated manner than the other ooze did with the lizard skeleton.
All right, I would like to take this opportunity to set an explosive trap.
Okay, where?
With the skeleton, like the fish skeleton
Okay.
around here.
Explode the fish skeleton?
Yeah, so if the T-Rex chases us, then we can retreat past that fish skeleton, and then the trap would go off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I'm practicing my snail husbandry skills and keeping Whitey calm.
Well done.
Whitey doesn't seem very excitable.
Yeah, well, that's because Whitey hasn't seen the T-Rex come around the corner either. I just like to cover all the eventualities. That's all I'm saying.
So I'm setting to work. Is there anyone who could lend me like some know-how so we get a better chance of this explosive going off properly?
Let me check what I got.
Jack of all trades, I got a D8.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have anything for you.
Does anybody have clever?
We can't. Can we help without a skill?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So that's just having clever. You can't just take my clever. You have to. I have to have a skill to apply clever to.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is the wrong game to have a skill that is sex.
So far.
At the moment.
Right.
Hey, you never know when a sexy dance is going to distract an ooze. I mean...
I have navigation. I don't know if that...
That was a fail. I rolled a 6 total.
I'll be right back.
You didn't roll all ones, did you?
No, I rolled just one.
Okay. Well, you think it probably might work. Yeah. I'll wait for Danielle to come back before.
So, Stacey, how does this work while we're waiting for Danielle? I'm a scientist.
Yes, you are.
But my skills are animal husbandry, farming, and navigation.
Uh-huh.
So, do I get something for just being a scientist in general?
Not at the moment. I haven't quite decided how to...
Okay. But you know where I'm going with that. It's like,
really going into it yet.
Yeah, okay.
So the T-Rex now is covered in a thin sheen of black ooze, and it pushes its way up slowly, disturbing all of the rocks around it and actually having to pull itself out of the floor. One of its feet gets caught and it gets stuck in there, and it has to put itself back together several times in order to get all the foot out. And then when it looks up, it sees everybody gone, and it says, "Hey, where'd everybody go?"
Oh! Oh, you're friendly. I'm gonna yell
Dude.
from over here.
Oh, I'm over here. I was behind him.
Okay.
Hey.
It whips around to look at Harley, nearly killing her in a shower of rock that its tail dislodges. But luckily you managed to dodge out of the way a little bit.
Hey, watch out for that thing.
It looks down at you, at Harley, and it says, "Hi there."
Hey. What's up?
Where did you people come from?
What did he say?
Where did you people come from?
Up top. Well, higher up, anyways. Why? Where'd you come from?
It stops and tilts its head to the side in thought, as if it never actually thought to ponder that very question.
Sorry, that's a hard question to answer.
Where do we all come from?
So
Well, when a mommy ooze and a daddy ooze.
I'm going to ask it, are you an ooze? Are you a T-Rex, or are you something else?
It scratches its head, similar to all the other things have been scratching their heads. And it replies, "I'm not sure. What am I?"
I think you're an ooze.
What is ooze?
Oh boy.
It says, whipping around to look at Charmaine and getting close.
And Peabody spouts off like, ooze is a metabolic concentration of blah, 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 blah.
The T-Rex sits down and
Yawns.
yeah.
It reminds me of Data at the beginning of Next Generation.
Yeah.
Xavier has a question. So, what's the last thing you remember eating?
Eating. Crystal.
Hmm.
Okay.
Crystal's crunchy. And it has nice texture.
Do you know how old you are? I'm gonna move closer. I'm gonna be over here with Charmaine.
What is old?
A measurement of time.
Like millennia?
Yeah.
Millennia.
Okay.
Are you hungry right now?
No.
Do
Why,
we
do you
look
have some
tasty?
food?
Just establishing a baseline.
Why
Do you
would,
want to be with us for a while?
why would I eat people? You are people, right? You do look kind of different than the other people because you're pink and you have horns, but you're people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What other people have you seen?
None in a really, really long time. It's so boring here. Boring, that's a good word.
What do you like to do for fun?
What's fun?
Things that make you not bored.
Oh, I like to eat crystals.
I'm an ooze simple taste.
Do you ever fight with, say, lizards?
Oh, that was just to make sure that you didn't die because you didn't seem to get that you could talk to us.
Oh, wait a minute. It's all one intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. How else would it know that we fought that lizard?
Cool.
It claps its little hands.
I think it's cute.
It is cute. You want to come with us as we explore?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'll fit.
Do you think you could swim us across to that boat way over there?
We could just walk.
Yeah, but it's more fun to ride a T-Rex.
Well, can't argue with that.
The other people used the great big fish.
Yeah, down there. Okay.
I have a
It
question for
points
the
at
ooze.
the Loch Ness monster.
So
Yeah.
we can ride on that Loch Ness monster. Also, what other people?
The other people.
Did the
What?
other people wear clothes? Oh, I'm sorry, Mandy.
No, go ahead.
Did they wear clothes? And I just ruffle my lab coat, stuff like this.
They wore things, but not things like you wear.
The people from a long, long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Mr. Ooze, do you know what things are holy down here?
We're sacred.
You mean sacred?
Yep.
It gets up on its two back legs, and it roars, and then it says, "I am sacred."
Clearly.
Obviously.
I salute.
No argument from us about that.
So, since you're obviously the primary sacred thing, are there other little, maybe less sacred things? Xavier was training to be a lawyer for a long time.
There are lots of sacred things. It said.
Like?
You know.
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't be asking.
It
Why?
said things that are sacred.
Is there any way I could maybe use my manipulation skill to get more information from him about what's sacred?
You could try.
Okay, does anybody want to help?
With
I
what?
don't have anything that
I
could
don't
help.
have a skill that's applicable.
Peabody has negotiation.
Okay, what's that? What?
Oh.
He's a
You can
DA.
negotiate with it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if we can do that, it's sort of like a negotiation.
Well, it's acting
little
like it
bit of
doesn't
stretch,
know. It's acting like it doesn't know what you mean, and that you should just know what that means. It's not
Okay.
acting necessarily like it's trying to keep information from you.
Okay.
Ribbons has a soothing presence, which might make him feel more comfortable.
Well, it won't make him feel like he knows more, though. What might?
Well, but maybe what I'm trying to do here is to help him understand. So
I don't know if that would be manipulation.
I don't know.
Let me ask him a question while you guys.
When I think of manipulation, I think of somebody you're trying to manipulate somebody into doing something that they necessarily otherwise wouldn't do.
But maybe not necessarily, because sometimes, think about, like, if you have somebody on trial, right, and the defense lawyer or whatever is leading them to incriminate themselves or something like that by asking them questions and stuff. I mean,
He's probably not intelligent enough for that to actually work.
boom.
Or rather, he's not intelligent enough for you to need to make that roll, right?
Okay, so then
he doesn't know anything.
can I just ask him then, are there any things that if we touch them are going to make the statues mad?
He wanders over.
Nah.
Kind of doesn't really wait for people to get out of the way, so hopefully they move so he doesn't step on them. Comes over here and kind of steps all over the
Failed trap.
fish, and the explosion doesn't go off.
Turns out that's a good thing, though.
Look out.
And it comes to it nods to Whitey, and Whitey nods back, and then it turns here and points to the statues.
I'm going to follow it.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's flicking its tail around in such a way that the mushroom men are hiding in the back of the farm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide from the tail.
It's pointing at the statues, did you say?
Mm-hmm. You asked it what would make the golems come alive if you heard it.
Okay. We can't hurt the statues.
Okay. Are there any other things that the golems don't like?
Yeah, probably get like they roughed up.
Well, leave the ghosts alone.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Awesome.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Ghosts?
What kind of ghosts? Where are the ghosts?
It happily meanders over in this direction, and then claws at a spot on the floor in this section in the wall over where it's standing. It opens like a door. It slides open in a very engineered way.
Did you really just ask it to summon ghosts?
Grindy, slidey sound.
Whoops.
And there's a cavern inside that's glowing purplish.
What's in there then? I can only see an X-ray.
Hang on.
What is that?
A ghost.
Hey.
And inside of that, I mean, you can hear this kind of soft murmuring sound.
So you want to like talking to ghosts?
Xavier, having poked the hornet's nest, is going to go hide from the hornets now.
Anybody actually go in and look around?
I'm going to go in there.
Hell's yeah.
First, I asked the ooze guy, the T-Rex guy, will they attack me if I go in there?
The T-Rex looks mildly confused. What does that mean?
Will they try and hurt me?
Oh, no. As long as you don't try to hurt them. I don't think they can hurt you.
Okay.
I go in there.
I can't fit, though.
No, you can't fit. I shout back at him, but I squeeze past. What do I see in here?
So in here you see, you don't really see the ghost so much as you kind of have as the corner of your eyes kind of sensation. You just kind of know that there's presence here. And when you do see them, you see them as these kind of ethereal forms that are made entirely of weird, but the features are kind of faded, but they vaguely look people-shaped. And they're kind of milling around in the room, wandering in the weird that's all over the floor, and making this kind of murmuring sound that it almost sounds like if you could just listen a little harder, you might be able to hear what it is that they're saying, but even when you try to listen hard, you can't make out the words themselves.
So could a cat with extra cat hearing hear it?
He can hear it, but he can't understand it.
Okay.
Would translation brain do me any good, or can I not really make out enough?
It might.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a roll and see if I can get some sense out of that then.
Surely, Rex could help you because he could listen to the sounds for you.
I'll leave it to the GM to rule that.
I don't know if that actually gives you any extra dice to roll.
I need a D4.
He can be the mouthpiece, but that's not going to give any dice to actually understanding what's being said.
Darn it. And here I thought Truffle Cat covered all the eventualities.
And so, can I add my clever though?
Yes, this would be a clever.
Okay. So it's 2d6 and a d4 for translation brain, and whoops, that's it. Wow, this is going to be tough. 12 total. I barely succeeded.
Ugh.
But you succeeded.
I did. It's a success, but just a bare success.
So I have to disentangle my headphone cord from the cat. She laid on it and it sat up a little bit and almost popped out of my ears. Okay, so what you hear are snips of conversation, very, very, very old language that's actually really kind of hard to put together, but you're so smart and your brain is so mutated that you're able to actually figure out the gist of what they're saying, and they're all lamenting still being around, and they're very sad. It's a very, very sad place.
Oh.
Mr. T-Rex has started crying.
Oh.
And there's some regret. Shouldn't have done that.
Pat the T-Rex. Comfort him.
Wait, who's feeling regret?
The ghost.
So,
Okay.
I asked the T-Rex, why are they so sad?
The T-Rex shrugs and says, people are squishy.
Yeah.
And
So,
squishy people, when they get squished, other people try to make the squished ones come back.
dear.
Oh.
And do we know what squished the squishy people?
All sorts of things. People are squishy.
So who tried to bring the squished people back?
The what do they call them? Mates and family.
Family. Okay.
Did they try to use the altar over there to make the squishy people come back?
No, that is where the dead ones are.
Okay.
So there's dead people, and then there's sort of dead people.
Well, those people in there aren't dead. They've been living dead, sort of. I don't know these existences states. They're weird.
Do you know if any of the squished people ever did come back?
Oh yeah, they come back lots with the crystals.
They come back lots of crystals, and they're not squished?
No more squish.
Can you show us where they make the squished people get not squished?
Right here.
Xavier begins to back away slowly.
Hearing these, I wonder if we should ask the ghosts if they want us to help them do this.
I think we should.
Yep.
What are you asking him? You're gonna have to pull out the seance.
Yeah.
Want to ask the ghost anything?
My idea was to ask the ghosts if they want us to help unsquish them, basically.
Okay, how are you gonna go about communicating with them?
Well, Charmaine seems to be able to understand them, so maybe if there's some, like, I don't know, ritual we could perform or something where...
So you're in a cavern that's got crap loads of weird in it.
Yeah.
Basically, that means that you guys can do
Mm.
if you make up. Think of Saturday morning cartoons a little bit.
Yeah.
If you made up a super awesome seance ritual that you needed to do, and you guys got together and you were able to make a roll that actually succeeded on that, it would just work.
Yeah.
So, what
Gotcha.
what are those purple things? One of them just looks like regular crystal. Are those both just weird crystals in there?
Yeah, they're just crystal outcroppings.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure because I couldn't tell that top one if it had something special about it. All right. Well, I'm going to ask Peabody what he makes of it, and he says, Peabody says, that if we gather the 3 different colors of crystal and create a triangle in the middle of this room, and we all close our eyes, and we each capture a butterfly in our hands, that he believes that we can communicate with the dead.
A burnt butterfly?
What was that?
I can supply some butterflies.
I think a couple of us has some crystal on it. I have orange and turquoise. We can take some of the purple, so we can do that. And I give Peabody a sugar cube from my pocket.
He says, "There's no LSD on this, is there?"
You're gonna have to try to find out.
He licks it, just gobbles it up.
All right. So what do you guys? How are you forming this roll?
Skills.
Well, is it one person going to do the rolling that everybody else can?
So
contribute?
if you want to contribute, yeah, one person will do the rolling, and everybody else who wants to contribute. But you have to be in the room to do the ritual if you're gonna help.
Okay.
All right. So who's got crystal? You've got purple. You've got blue and turquoise, or green and turquoise.
I have, I think, orange and turquoise.
Okay. I have some.
It's hard to tell with only infrared vision what colors those are.
Well,
if you open your pack, I'll take out the right colors.
Yeah.
And we'll break off a piece of purple here. Okay, so I arranged the little triangular shape in the right over by Harley in the middle of the room to the best of my ability.
And it's still raining over Xavier.
So who's in the room helping?
I'll be in the room helping, but I don't know if any of my skills are going to help the dice pool.
You coming in?
If you're going to be in the room and helping and you don't have a die, you can contribute a d4.
Okay, I'll just do that.
Can I contribute my weird craft?
Yes, you can.
That would be a D8. I'd like to contribute my soft black fur as something fun to play with. Oh.
I think your soft black fur, we need a tuft of it.
Hey!
We need a little bit of personal artifact from everybody in the seance.
Okay.
Also, like I am a jack of all trades. I can make my body do like like things. If you need like some sacred symbols and stuff, I could put sacred symbols on.
Okay. Yes. One each of the sacred symbols on your tummy.
Now remember, if you're using mutation, you have to spend a weird point.
Yeah, but that gives you actually, if you can use my jack of all trades and my body the canvas, that would give you.
No, you can only use one. You can only use one die. So either choose your
jack of all
mutation or your
trades is
skill.
probably better because we don't want you to spend a weird point because I think we're going to have enough. Unless you want to.
I can give you another D8 for weird craft too.
Yeah, I'll go with the jack of all trades, but when nobody's looking, I'll glow a little.
I never have enough D8s. Where do all the D8s go? What do you do? I just
Do a D4 and roll it twice.
No, I found it. I've got a bunch of them. It's just they always go to the bottom because they're round. Okay. So what do we have here? I have 2d6 plus. What am I doing? I don't have any skill to do this. I don't even know why I'm doing it, but that's okay. 2d6, and I'm down to 2 weird points.
And the 1d4 for me. But I think your translate skill might apply because they speak a different language.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Miss GM? Okay, so 2d4. Echo, what did you give me?
A D8.
A d8 and a tuft of fur. Mandy, what was your contribution?
I'm just gonna give you some of my pink fur.
Okay. So I can have everybody?
Mm-hmm.
A D8 from Harley.
Oh,
Oh, and Stacy said my contribution was a 1d4.
Right.
Would Bastet like to help us? Because I hear
Rob
her.
just got home, so she now has to go through telling him all about her day.
That's adorable. Oh, I hear him talking back. That's even more adorable.
okay. I think I've got it here. I've got 2d8s, 2d4s, 2d6, and then I add 2 for clever, right?
Sounds good.
And everything explodes.
I may have to reduce the amount of dice that you roll.
Okay, so far we've got 1. What way are you pointing? Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 21, and that one is a 6. I roll again.
You don't
20,
have to stop.
26. Yeah, that's right. It's already a success. Okay.
You've got a master success now. Narrate together what happens. So one of these even there's some pink fur and there's some black fur and there's some glowing going on and what else is going on?
I don't know, mystic dances.
Hey, that's where my sexy can come in, right?
Yeah.
Finally.
And I think that the crystals that we've created in a triangular, they lift off the ground and they start to rotate, sort of like a spaceship or something, you know, and they're whirring. And all of the ghosts are paying attention.
Yes, they are.
And maybe the glow that that Xavier is emitting starts to magnify and get brighter, like echoing around the cave.
Oh, and I burp up some butterflies to for everybody to capture one.
Yeah.
The crystals, they should start. The colors should start to glow and become the same color.
Mm.
You know,
yeah.
if they're spinning, they should start to become the same color, whether that's gold or orange or whatever. But they start to spin.
They spin faster and faster and faster and faster, and as they spin, the light changes color.
And I'm blinded.
What exactly? What exactly are you doing?
We're trying to help the ghosts do whatever it was they were trying to do, which was resurrect their dead relatives and friends, I think.
Are you gonna ask them that first, or are you gonna?
I thought we were helping them on.
Yeah.
We should ask them what they want.
Okay. So now that we've conducted the ritual, I guess we should probably involve them. So ghosts in the room, what is it that you seek?
As one, they whisper loudly, "Escape."
How can we assist you? We have cast the ritual to join you in your endeavor.
Oh, that's a good question. God damn it.
Silly players.
Players just get on my last nerves, don't they?
Man, games would be great if it wasn't for the stupid players.
That's just like teaching. It would be fantastic if I didn't have to deal with students.
The they whisper all at once, remove the source.
Oh, shit.
That's really vague.
Lead us to the source.
Hold on.
We're kind of vague.
Oh, you know they can't actually get to the source.
We might be about to mess with some real sacred stuff, so we should be very careful at this point. Because they don't sound very nice.
They sound sad, and they sound lonely, and they sound... They
Yeah.
sound unnice, but they don't sound nice either.
Okay, so they're... Alright. They sound sad, though, and not like, conniving, we're gonna escape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just that whole escape business makes my skin crawl a little bit. I mean, granted, my skin crawls on its own, but
Well, if they're ghosts, they're in some kind of, like, purgatory state, and they're not really dead, and they're not alive, so they probably mean escape as, like, either coming back to life or being fully dead.
Yes. Their spirits want release.
Yeah.
Sort of the trope, isn't it? So.
Or they want to possess
They whisper,
us.
we shouldn't have done it. We shouldn't have done it. We shouldn't have done it.
What did you do?
Came back forever.
Oh, right, that, yeah.
so exactly what is helping you with the source going to accomplish?
The weird, right? That's gotta be what it is.
Say that again, Mandy. You keep cutting out.
I think the source of what's keeping them in this state is the weird itself.
Interesting.
Do they want to tell us where the source is? Puka, you're not helping. No. No, that does not help.
It's really loud.
The cat has an idea. You're not listening.
If only my translation brain could figure out what Puka was saying.
Do you know what the source is, Puka? Of course you do.
You don't get what you don't, dummy.
Trying to tell you. So
The ghosts say we're made of it.
you're made of the source.
Okay, well that's at least interesting. Not hopeful, but interesting. Okay.
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, do we need to destroy them then?
Would you ask?
Do we need to destroy them?
I don't think they're the source of the weird, though. They're just sort of
Yeah.
one more manifestation of the weird.
Yeah, and I think we should be very mindful about destroying ghosts.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to be cursed or something.
Can I take my? Can Peabody take his super duper scientific paw and deduce what they're made of with his creative problem solving skills?
Sure.
Rex could probably help him.
I hope so, because
Truffle cat.
okay, so 3d6 for Peabody. What's Truffle Cat got me rolling?
D6.
46. Okay, this might work. Unfortunately, Peabody doesn't have any traits.
Peabody.
Oh, no sixes. No, 9. That's a fail.
Yeah, no idea. Both animals shrug.
Maybe, I don't know, should we ask the Mother Goddess to help us?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm allowed one per session.
Oh, Sarah, your sound is doing that robot thing again. I think you have to leave and come back.
I'll be right back.
At some point in time, something happens. Either that happens, or somebody starts echoing, or
It never fails, does it?
never.
Ever.
I'm actually really sick, so I don't know how much longer I can keep playing.
It's okay. We've only got about 15 minutes left.
Cool.
I figure you guys are gonna want to camp in the room with the ghosts, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
totally.
Seems safe.
Seems like a good idea. I have really, really interesting dreams.
In fact, we haven't actually had like a day has passed moment. At the end of this one could probably be a good time.
Yeah.
The day has passed. It's time to make camp.
Maybe when we're dreaming, they'll speak to us.
That's what I'm hoping. Or show us things.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully not eat our souls.
Hopefully.
That could be a plus.
All right. So what are you guys doing now?
I think we should go talk to the Earth Mother. But that's Sarah's idea.
I am willing to let you guys take the lead, especially if I still sound like a robot.
Sound okay?
You sound fine.
Okay. Who's gonna go? Echo's gonna go talk to the Earth Mother?
Oh wait, no, what?
Who's doing the talking? Get your token over there.
Damn it.
If nobody's gonna go, then I will. I mean, I did before.
I will come with you, clutching at you, like clinging to you, very bat-like. If you want to do the talking.
I scratch our T-Rex friend. I wish I could reach his ear, but I can't unless his head is down low enough. Scratch his ear.
He
Dodges to
actually
it.
puts his head down low enough.
Yeah. Scratch him on his ear.
He seems to enjoy that
Have to do that some more.
and follows you back to wherever it is that you're going. If I get on the right overlays. So Harley is going over there with Echo.
Yeah.
She's like, hi.
It's kind of disturbing. Okay.
Blingy much?
The T-Rex wanders over with you and looks over more like at the statue and then down at the people and then over at the statue and down at the people and the statue looks down at the people expectantly.
Do you require another sacrifice of any kind?
Sacrifice. Seems offended by the mirror.
Well, I mean, I gave you the horn.
Offering.
Gift.
Tribute. Sorry.
No. Wait.
Okay. No. Cool.
Your gifts freely.
I do. So I nudge Echo and say, "Come on, speak up."
Well, I'm like going through my pockets. Ribbons scampers out of the one pocket and it's kind of like, I could give you some energy. If that would be liked.
She considers that. What's energy?
Ribbons will climb up, like kind of brush up against, and give a little shock. Just a little one.
The statue jumps and then makes the weirdest, most disturbing giggling sound you could possibly imagine.
Echo kind of sidles back around Harley a little bit more. Would you like me to do it again? Those ribbons.
The the statue reaches down and picks Ribbons up. What is Ribbons again?
A ferret.
That's what I thought. Okay. By the scruff of her neck, and to get a better look at the small wiggling thing. What are you?
Much
are you
wiggling.
people?
I'm like people, kind of.
But you're small, like a rat?
I am not a rat.
Don't get uppity with the Earth Mother.
Well, yes, you're smaller than a rat.
I happen to be a very, very attractive specimen of a ferret.
Ferret.
Much better than a rat.
She puts the ferret in the bowl with the feathers and the bloody horn.
Oh.
Pass it on its head.
Ribbons kind of, nestles down into the feathers and shocks them.
What do feathers smell like when they're burning? I mean,
It's something really terrible. What?
Let's imagine the smell of hair, only like 3 times worse.
Yeah. But interestingly enough, Ribbons notices that as soon as the feathers singe, they turn white again and become fresh.
That's
Interesting.
no.
Ribbons kind of tucks a feather underneath one little arm and begins to scamper out of the bowl.
Okay. The statue does not prevent Ribbons from leaving the bowl, nor does she seem to particularly be upset about the lack of a feather.
Okay. Ribbons will run over to Echo and get back in her pocket.
The T-Rex observes, "You people are strange."
This comes from an ooze that's animating a T-Rex. I mean, let's just give this some perspective here.
Okay, so I'm gonna knock Echo from covering my face too much.
Oh, yeah. That's
Can we
exactly the noise that Echo makes.
Can we ask you a question about the spirits living in the cavern over there? Are they? Do they? What do they want?
Oh, wow. The T-Rex gets really excited about that before she can actually answer. Says, I heard, they want to escape. And then she replies, I believe that's exactly what they are looking for.
Escape from, escape to death, escape to life.
Well, one or the other, I would assume. People seem to like one or the other. The middle in-between state seems to bother you.
Yeah.
Is
How
it-
old are they in there? Are they?
They're as old as I am.
Really? Did they build you?
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, good question.
Very good question.
Ask her if she'll be angry if we help them escape to death.
Should they be removed from the cave?
They're very sad. I know we wanted to help, but we don't think we helped.
Oh.
I don't want people to be sad. T-Rex shakes his head. Doesn't seem to want that either.
That's bad.
Do you know how we can help them escape?
They are. Hang on 1 second.
Ah. She's building suspense.
Yeah.
Very well in this case.
Okay, sorry.
Sure you are.
You must separate the parts of us from the parts of them.
Well, that's not cryptic or anything. What parts are intertwined?
Yeah, how do we tell the different parts?
The essence of people, it's not the same as what we are. T-Rex nods solemnly.
Are you made of weird? Oh, I'm not over there. I'll shut up.
Well,
Are you made of weird?
That was me. Are we made of... We are weird.
Yeah.
So, let's just consider this a lost cause and move on.
Charmaine curls up next to this purple crystal over here and falls asleep.
Is it time to make camp?
Yeah, I think so.
It is that time of night.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Are
Maybe
you guys... Where are you gonna sleep?
In here with the ghost.
Really?
I'm gonna sleep with the ghosts. I'm hoping
Yeah.
for weird dreams.
If they don't do anything. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to curl up with T-Rex, too.
I think I want to like stay out here where the golems are or something.
Really?
Because we know, like the only thing that as long as we don't piss off the statues and crap, then the golems will be fine. But we don't know anything about what ghosts do in the middle of the night.
Can you set a watch, guys?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
All right. Let's leave off there then. We'll come back. We'll start talking about when you'll take watch and what happens on each person's watch and whatnot.
Okay.
So, as they say, we'll stick a pin in it for tonight, or make a save point. Either way. I'll
That
stop
sounds
sharing
good.
now. Look, it's me again. Okay.
There you are.
All right. So, any questions before I stop broadcasting?
Are we gonna wake up and have our souls gone in the morning?
I hope so.
And if so, how will we know?
Maybe our pets will tell us. You don't seem right, man.
But the cats are already soulless, so
Oh! Fighting words, man. Fighting words.
I love cats. The cats are my babies. They're my friends, but that doesn't mean they aren't soulless.
That's where your souls are gonna go. They're gonna go with the cat.
Yeah, you know that they used to so there was this folklore thing where they did cats on babies' chests because they were sucking out their souls
Yeah.
through their
Yeah.
breath.
Even
Right.
when I was a kid, which was longer ago than when any of you were kids, even so, they were just normal people you'd expect, housewives, moms, who said, don't let the cat near the baby.
Because there's a real reason for that, though, because cats will sit on the baby's chest and throat and can accidentally smother it. That's a real thing that cats will do. They don't know what they're doing, obviously, but it's a...
Yeah, it's a hazard.
Yeah.
I don't know. The cat slept in my crib when I was a kid, so I guess I'm lucky.
That one must not have had it out for you.
Yeah, presumably you still have a soul and you're all intact.
Oh, I have no soul, but it didn't smother me.
with her cat on her throat and she couldn't breathe.
Right.
So,
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's like a real danger. That makes sense. Anyway, other questions?
Everybody say goodbye to the internet.
Goodbye, Internet.